We have added pigs to the farm. We are very happy and very excited for this new adventure. Our dog Cooper is very much against this, but we hope to raise the pigs over the summer months to give us plenty of pork heading into the winter.
Welcome home.
We found these pigs for sale from a neighbor and decided that the deal was just too good to pass up. So we hooked up the trailer and we picked them up and we added pigs to the family farm. This tractor hasn't ran in months. I was happy that it fired right up. I wanted to put it to work right away. The tractor wouldn't steer at all. Turns out it just needed some fluids. Backing up can be tough. It's even harder with 2 kids in tow. The first job of the year for this tractor was to hook up the flail mower and go cut some thistles the organic way. While I was out putzing around, I had my dad in the Ford 7700. Behind that was our newly purchased 6-row 30-inch field cultivator, and we had him cultivating the cornfield for the first time this year. Turns out the cultivator that I had purchased was in very good shape and was field ready. A little bit of greasing and maintenance and it was ready to go. She runs again and she runs pretty easily. So right here is a Ford 5030. This is the very first tractor that I purchased. This tractor comes in at about 60 horsepower and they were made between the years of 1992 and 1999. And what's kind of unique about this particular Ford 5030, it says Ford on the side, that actually has New Holland logo in the front. New Holland is a company that purchased Ford and they continue to make farm equipment today. The original price of these in 1998 was $25,500 and they were built, I believe all of them, in England. These Ford 5030s come with a 4.2 liter 4-cylinder diesel. It's got an 8-speed transmission, 4 high, 4 low. I purchased this tractor probably 3 or 4 years ago. I'd have to look back to see, 3 or 4 years ago from a local farmer who just didn't need it anymore, just didn't have much use for it. It is extremely dirty. It's got a lot of dust, a lot of cobwebs, because like I said earlier, it was sitting in the shed for well over a year without being used so much. This year it's going to see a lot of heavy usage, mostly on this flail mower today, which will only be a 1 or 2 time deal. But this will probably end up being the raking tractor for all summer long. We're hoping to get our first cutting of hay here this week. We've had a little bit of issues trying to get 3-4 day stretch of no rain this year. So that's why the first cutting of hay is all still up. But it is June 1st today, so I'm hoping about Wednesday of this week I will be heavy into the hay cutting if the forecast holds. A few things I really like about this tractor. That right there, it keeps you out of the sun. That's a very nice addition, and I think it's extremely comfortable on where it seats. You sit down, it feels like down in the tractor. Comfortable seat, nice driving. Tires are okay on it. The front are getting weather cracked. The rear are also, I noticed, getting a little weather cracked, but they have plenty of tread left still on them and will probably last for at least a couple more years. On the back of this, we have a John Deere flail mower. With being a certified organic farm, we cannot spray, so that is why, as I mentioned earlier, my dad is currently out there cultivating the cornfield, and I am, after I grease this up, I'm going to take this flail mower out to a thistle patch that we have in the pasture, try to get those thistles chopped up and mowed down before the seeds head out and cause more thistles for years to come. As you can maybe hear, some of the problems with this flail mower is that under a heavy workload, the belt starts to slip and you have to make a stop. After a brief pause to let the flails catch up, we're back to work. As you can see how thick these thistles are coming in on this part of the pasture. It's just about all thistles. I ran a pass right through just so you could kind of maybe tell how tall really these are getting, and they have yet to actually seed out. They get a purple tops on them and they're not quite there, but they are soon. I would imagine within the next week even you would see some progress made. They're an ugly, ugly, ugly plant, and since we can't spray, we cut. In less than an hour, I had the thistles all down and flailed up. Later on this summer, I will have to do it one more time to keep the thistles in check. It was another long week here at Your Family Farmer, and I will leave you to watch the last of the cultivating. We will have to cultivate the cornfield an additional 2 to 3 times before the corn canopy gets too tall for the cultivator, and we just have to let it grow. If you enjoyed this episode of Your Family Farmer, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button to see all of our latest content. So join us for all of our future adventures as we have so much to do. And in the meantime, keep on farming.